Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today's layout, we are doing a story in Valentina's story. What am I calling this? School year insert. This is a Heidi Swap chapters insert. This is a scrapbooking line because all the pages are pretty much blank. They just kind of have printed a light shadowing of what looks like a canvas texture on it, but they are smooth, just regular paper. And this is what I've been using. So for today's layout, I am trying to capture her top 10 favorites that are current right now. So my thought behind it, I've already done some of the work. Because I wanted a big title and none of my stamps seemed to be big enough. So I cut it out on my Silhouette Cameo on a piece of cardstock from that fabulous paper pad that I hauled not too long ago. This was the one that I used. And so I cut out top 10 and then just blue for the favorites. And my thought is because I printed all top 10 on, I want to say these are like 2x3. This is what I use usually in my memory planner, so that, 4 of them were on a 4x6 card. They get printed like that. And so I took pictures of her top 10 right now. And so I want to put like 5 on this side. And then my thought is to kind of have like one of those doors. So I'm going to cut half of this off. That way this kind of houses that. So imagine it being half. And then the other 5 on this side, right? And then my journaling, which I've printed off for the top 10, will be on this side of the little door or half a page. And that way it tells all the stories. I didn't have to budge on the journaling because that's why I got creative with it, because I wasn't sure where to have the journaling. I was thinking of having them all flip up, but then that would create bulk. And so this was the kind of idea that I had. So I was gonna fold it, but I feel like I'm just gonna cut it so that it's about half the page, and maybe trim off like a quarter on each so that it does look like this is a 2-page spread rather than just having it a half a door. So kind of making it truly like a door or like a divider. And I do have tabs out. I hauled these not too long ago too, so they're kind of colorful. Like that rainbow one would be perfect. And kind of flip it. So that's what that is. And then the journaling. And I did make this text box 4x8, so I can have a little bit of room on each side. And so yeah, so then I wanted 5 pictures on one side and 5 on the other. So that's what I've already done. And so then it's going to leave, because I want just a grid of like 6 on 6 is also the thought process. So then I need something to occupy the space. So I already have kind of thumbed out, I think I like this and this one. So one here and one on the other side. The only thing I'm still considering, and as I kind of put this together, I'll decide if I want to matte all of the all the little photos, and have them with like a stark white border, which I kind of like, just so that I feel like it pops off the page a little bit more. Or my thought was to use the colorful paper and matte all of them. So that's how it will get tied in. And I'm kind of liking that too. So that's why I still left it out, because I was just like, well, maybe I'll use it to matte all the photos, and that way this ties in, to the rest, which might work to add in all the color. So I just don't know if I want more color or keep it white and just have the color be this. So that will be the one of the last minute decisions. So let's get cutting. Let's get gluing all of this down. And then as I work through it, I'm sure I will decide on either matting it just on white or matting it on this. So that's my thought process. So let's do this. together simple, quick, easy, and both what I like for some of this fast scrapbooking that I'm doing in this insert. So as you can see, I went with the colored background paper, and then I switched up the two kind of little spot holders with these two quotes. This one says, "A beautiful day begins with a beautiful mindset," and then "Get lost in what you love," which I thought fit perfectly with top 10 favorites being the theme for this little layout. And I didn't take into consideration, if you saw me struggling, because if I put that all the way, it covered up the numbers. So I strategically put it so that it didn't block any of the numbers, and then stays on ink for these photos. So I will let this dry a little bit just to make sure that those don't smear. And some of them printed a little bit better than others, but I'm okay with that. I'm an amateur stamper. I understand that there's a process to learning this. And so this is the completed layout. Love the wet little door. Love how this came out. So thank you so much for joining me. Please subscribe if you haven't done so, and hit the little bell notification to get notified when I upload my videos. Till next time, everyone. Bye.